So I feel like for a lot of the people who don't believe in astrology, big reason is because they meet a group of people all of the same sign who are all very completely different. They're skeptical. They're like, I know two Aries who are complete polar opposites of each other, so how is astrology real? Now, there's a lot of different reasons for that, but a big reason can be because there's two sides to every sign. There's the developed side and there's the underdeveloped side. Think of like there's a teenage version of every sign and an adult version, a matured version of every sign. So let's break down the underdeveloped and developed side of all 12 zodiac signs. Aries, the underdeveloped side of Aries, very impulsive, very angry, very selfish, almost like the Tasmanian devil. Whatever an underdeveloped Aries placement is feeling or has its mind on, it will get to it. It doesn't matter who it has to hurt or who it will affect in the process of trying to accomplish a goal. Also, just acting without thinking. The developed side of Aries knows how to balance patience into getting what it truly wants. Has learned that their anger comes from extreme passion and knows how to maneuver their passion and use it in a more positive way. The underdeveloped side of Taurus is very money oriented. Like money just constantly revolves their world, whether they are extremely cheap and they don't like sharing with other people. And this also spills into them being like secretive too, or they're extremely materialistic, also being very, very stubborn, being like petty stubborn too. Like, oh, you told me to do something that way, now I'm not gonna do it, even though I wanted to, now I'm not. Type of energy. The developed side of Taurus is recognizing that money isn't everything, not revolving their self-worth around money, dropping scarcity mindsets too, like not holding on to something so tight because you feel like you're never going to get anything better, make more money, realizing that they're not always right and being more cooperative with other people's opinions around them. Because Tauruses are really good at working diligently on a project. Like they are the hard workers that make things very long lasting. They can, hold a grudge. They can be in it for the long term, the long run. Very good hard workers in this way. They just struggle with the working cooperatively with other people, but once they have that down pat, they can be so successful. The underdeveloped side of Gemini can definitely be really gossipy, like a shit talker, spreading rumors, almost bully vibes. Like their words can cut a bitch, okay? They are like the social chameleons of the zodiac, okay? They can also be the slithery snakes too for this reason. They be seeking out the drama, listening to it, spreading it, mixing it up. It gets them caught up into a lot of bullshit. Their own mouth gets them caught up into a lot of stuff. Also being way too stimulated by too many things that you're not creating anything in reality. You're just constantly like living in your head of information that you're absorbing from other people. The developed side of Gemini is more grounded, using their unique communication style for good, for social networking, for helping them climb the social ladder, for spreading information in a positive manner, for being almost like a jack of all trades type of thing. Like Geminis know so much about so many different things. It's like that saying, a jack of all trades, though a master of none, oftentimes is better than a master of just one. Guys are extremely good at multitasking. Once they can ground themselves back into like earth and reality, they can accomplish so much in a day. The underdeveloped side of Cancer, extremely emotional outbursts. They just feel so much and they don't know how to deal with their emotions, so they take it out on other people. Also being very emotionally manipulative. Cancers are very intuitive people. Evil and being a very intuitive person is knowing how to manipulate other people's emotions because you know how they're feeling and you can kind of twist it in a way where it's easier to manipulate them. The developed side of Cancer is the mother of the zodiac, being the mommies, being the nurturers, having that strong, powerful intuition, a superpower in being able to feel what other people are feeling and without words, just intuitively knowing what other people need for healing other people. Also, Cancer is cardinal water. They feel so passionately and they also want to start things because of how much they feel, of how passionately they feel things. A lot of Cancers are leaders of things, are entrepreneurs, are business owners. Once they can take control of their emotions and they don't let their emotions run their life, run their mood, ruin their relationships, ruin themselves and drown themselves. Cancers are boss bitches, okay? Cancers can really run a lot of shit. They are the matriarchs of people's lives. The underdeveloped side of Leo, very selfish, self-absorbed, self-centered, literally being unable to put themselves in other people's shoes. It's literally the world revolves around them. So hard for them to see another person's perspective. A lot of the times, this is because a lot of Leo placements, underdeveloped side of Leo placements, are extremely insecure. They rely their self-worth on the approval of other people. They need it, and then it just runs their life. The developed side of Leo understands that you do not need the approval of other people, that you naturally shine bright just being who you are. You have natural magnetizing energy and that you're meant to stand out. And when you naturally stand out, you're naturally going to attract negative energy, people who just don't like that, people who are jealous of that, and needing to learn that that is okay. Leos have so much love to give. Like, they really are lovable people, really have big hearts and are extremely loyal. Once they drop the performative act in a relationship and they just really be genuinely who they are, they're accepting the other person for who they are as well. When it's just more stripped down and genuine and there's no more act, that's when Leos are gonna find true, genuine relationships and happiness. There's huge potential and fame for people with Leo placements once they just start believing in themselves and stop pretending to be someone that they're not. Just a little bit more receptive of other people around them, social cues. The underdeveloped side of Virgo is extremely judgmental and critical. A lot of the times this is because Virgos are extremely insecure people. They are that of themselves. They're their own worst enemy, and it just spills out. Like, their insecurity just oozes out of them. And you can see it with how they treat other people. Like, why is she wearing that? Who does she think she is? Why is she singing? Does she really think she's gonna be like a famous singer or something? This is the underdeveloped side of Virgo, extremely judgy. It's extremely negative, gray cloud, pessimist, always has something rude to say. But a lot of the time it's because they're extremely unhappy with themselves. / and a parent was like that to them growing up, just like being very critical, and that's just how a Virgo mind works. They think being critical is like endearing in a way. It makes them feel better when they put other people down. The developed side of Virgo is grounding themselves in a way of realizing that we are all human. We are all in the same playing field, all unique, and we all have something different to bring to the table. Virgo really likes healing people, building people up. So learning how to balance, I guess, being critical in just a way that is not so harsh, like building people up in a more endearing way, helping people in a more being at service way, in a leading by example type of way. Virgo is also ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the planet of communication. A lot of Virgos are very good talkers or good writers, like a walking encyclopedia or a walking Google. So they know a lot, and just like being able to help people because you have all this knowledge